Patience in the fold. I cradle my fury in layers of silk, soft as a sinner's milk. Let the reckless charge and splinter their quill, blood on the silk. I number the shadows, map the chamber's cruel tilt, plant a thorn and wait for the will. Eyes tempered in twilight, razor hid in the hill, cleave the roar, let the silence spill. Patience unhurried as a river slow kill, etching light without a thrill. You howl like the cyclone, I stand like the hill, unmoved, unyielding still. One gaze like iron and the fates bend their will. No fanfare, no thrill, no banners to wave, no masks to fulfill. I gift the tick to the merciless mill. We enchantress nestle in your fragile quill. The stillness holds me, no need for the spill. Patience folded neat like a gambler's last bill. Victory coils, the edge waits its fill. Heat rise, deliberate folds. Icy heart under a martyr's counterfeit. Saints smirk with a thief's bitter red. You spill your verses, I barter in red. So the cinder, watch the pyre commit. Number the dirt, sink the pulse to the pit. Gloom charts the waltz in the midnight's remit. Satin blade in a noble's death mid. Velvet yield granite where I sit. No bellow to breach, no oath overwrought. I twist the gloaming with what I've wrought. Lady scarred deep with the jewel's venomous glint. We shatter the spread, rend the firmament. If terror's the levy, I'm cashed in the mint. I'll rouse the beast from their slumber's faint hush. The vault bows to the unspoken stint. Poise, but I thread then unravel like lint. Cigars beneath the storm, fedoras latch, cups of quaking embers form, fragile in the swarm. Torrent teases strings on the curbside's mourn, a requiem born. I spark a saga with a dual-struck storm. Let phantoms pirouette in the lantern's thorn. Cigars beneath the storm, embers warm, hush, crisp frost rush. I inhale unsworn. Cigars beneath the storm, most crumple like ghosts in the gale's forlorn. I am the fist that withholds the morn. If muteness is vain, I'm the richest lorn. Every kink in the yarn flips the scorn. Pawn a sanctuary neath the thunder's thorn. I bide bone dry in my own cigars beneath the storm. Moniker melts to the norm. You breach the scarlet, I linger for jade. HQ. Events in the ethers brew. Serenity armored like a hearse's retinue. I goes to the shelters where the fallen accrue. No frenzy, yet I manifest true. Each pulse conspires in my rendezvous. No frenzy, reckon to the triads do. Survey the boulevard, Chevalier's brew. Hawkers Bay placards weep with the dew. I harvest abysses they can't pursue. And rubble please for the gavel's hue. Stillness reigns unyielding through. Not a fiber flutters in my avenue. A solitary filament threads a tumult's do as the marrow bids true. It beckons me, heat up here. No frenzy, perpetual eclipse. I egress of the intrigue's genesis.
Lunar tallies, debts on the waterways, glass veil frail admonishes apparitions that breach the pale. I sketched an arc by the basin's exhale, then circled anew. Custodian of lunar pale pays every spectre its tale. Custodian of lunar, limpid and frail, inscribe the folio. My trades prevail. Vigilant archivist with an aureated trail enumerates my path like a contrail. When I clasp a volume's demise, even title lines and guise, plucks murmur fame, baselines fame. Chronicle itself scribes a domicile of lunar, seal the chronicle. Gloom's yellow. Pledge my breaths where the quiet accrued tolls untold. Reap the dividends in susurrus cold. I evade the pyre and master the fold. Oracle manifests and my nods bold. Glooms yield redeemed in crepuscules hold. Cipher shimmer, sans pie or gold. Gloom. Glooms yield, ledger by ledger perils, your ledger tranquilities and my threshold. Conclave vapors in a sub-level's thrall, the supremest diadem eludes the call. I hone my folio with a plume unwavering tall, wave the ovations for the honoring fall. Premier amble subdued timpani and tone low, each axiom sums to the shadows glow.
spring, notarized dominion subdue. Heat, heat, heat up here. Hey, heat, heat. Hordes of the white, we sovereign the abyss's thrall. You espy the cloaked patriarch's call. We flourish unfettered. In penumbra we erect our bastion. Dominion clutched, we dictate the bastion. Lords of the void, we array the coronet in obscurity. We never found her, a cabal monarch devoid of radiance, a summons. Lords of the void, we annex the sundown. The dominion is ours. The crepuscule persists in this dominion of hegemony. We intone our dirge, no falter, no recoil. Lords of the void, we navigate the helix. Lords of the void, we array the coronet in penumbra. We never found her. I might embody a monarch devoid of radiance, a summons. Lords of the void, we annex the sundown. Orchestrate the melee, I orchestrated a drone, a cloak patriarch in this inferno's disquiet. Each maneuver harbors a threat to assert. In this wager, destinies assert. The Lord's wager, I hurl the polyhedron. In every layer I shoulder the tariff. In penumbra I fabricate my legacy. The Lord's wager, I'll annex the apex. I've appropriated the vigor, I've appropriated the eminence. I appropriate my entitlement in the sepulchral hush. No falter, no recoil in this melee of hegemony. I sustain the cadence, the Lord's way. I hurl the polyhedron. In every layer I shoulder the tariff in penumbra. I fabricate my legacy. The Lord's weed, he. heat, the final pact is consummated. The levy is ordained in penumbras and foaming no contrition. I appropriate the eminence, I proclaim the toll. A cloaked patriarch I endure immaculate. Yet there abides where the ventures ascend. In this dominion I inquire no erudition. With each maneuver I apprehend the benefaction, the final pact devoid of concession. Pacts are fettered, the melee is consummated, but I'll propel onward, novel vistas unfurl. None can impede me, none can delineate. The final pact is my entwinement, final pact where the ventures ascend. In this dominion of subterfuge I inquire no erudition. With each maneuver I apprehend the benefaction, the final pact devoid of concession.
Bourbon and Aurum, Bourbon and Aurum, they invoke my summons. In this dominion of penumbra, I've appropriated it all with dominion in my arteries and conflagration in my scrutiny. I'm a cloaked patriarch, I'll never capitulate. My silhouette expended, I'll appropriate the arena. In the abyss, I array the facade. With each draught I interlock my mandate. Bourbon and Aurum, it's never irrevocable. I perambulate solitary, yet loom exalted in this dominion of hegemony. I beheld the firmament, the bourbon cascades, the Aurum's my appropriation. Bourbon and Aurum, I infringe the perimeter. Bourbon and Aurum, I'll appropriate the arena. In the abyss I array the facade. With each draught I interlock my mandate. Bourbon and Aurum, it's it's never irrevocable. Hey. And this is my eminence. I array it with decorum. In penumbra, I'll eternally efface. With dominion in my grasp and hoarfrost in my arteries, I appropriate what I yearn. I perceive no convulsion. Abyss is my eminence. Abyss is my eminence. Abyss is my eminence. My essence in veneration. He. This is my eminence. I've espied the radiance, but it harbors no dominion. I perambulate the abyss with a demon's array. I'm cabal monarch with no trepidation to unveil. Abyss is my eminence. Appropriate arrestment. Abyss is my eminence. I appropriate the crepuscule in this dominion of penumbra. I'll appropriate the impetus. No commiseration, with no retrocession. This is my eminence. My essence in veneration.
like stone. Yet I harbor the conflagration. A cloaked patriarch, I orchestrate the labyrinth. The dominion is mine, but it harbors no allure. I govern penumbra, perennial and replete. Frost like stone, yet my essence is resolute. In the abyss I corroborate. I could embody a monarch with no commiseration heavens. Frost like stone, I delineate my dominion. The pacts I consummated, the confines I contorted. In this melee of hegemony, no cannon to veil. I espy it all, I perceive the conflagration. Frost like snow, I won't disconcert. Like stone, yet my essence is resolute. In the abyss I corroborate. For my monarch with no commiseration heaven. Frost like I delineate my dominion. In the witching hour, the pact is fabricated with a cloaked patriarch, no masquerading gold. I bought him my quintessence, I bought him my summons. In this melee of hegemony, it's unitary and aggregate. The witching pact, fettered in sanguine surge in penumbra, I configure my perambulation with dominion in class. I govern crepuscule, the witching pact, my essence delectation. I've espied the anguish, I've apprehended the laments, but in this dominion I unfurl my canvases. No recoil, no trajectory to abscond the witching pact. I've appropriated the cipher, the witching pact. Fettered in sanguine in penumbra, I'll configure my perambulation with dominion in profundity. I'll govern crepuscule, the witching pact. My essence yet flourishes. He. like stone, yet I harbor the conflagration. A cloaked patriarch, I orchestrate a labyrinth. The dominion is mine, but it harbors no allure. I govern penumbra perennial and replete. Frost like stone, yet my essence is resolute. In the abyss I corroborate. I could embody a monarch with no commiseration. Events, frost like stone, I delineate my dominion. The pacts I consummated, the confines I contorted. In this melee of hegemony, no cannon to vent, I espy it all, I perceive the conflagration. Frost like stone, I won't disconcert. Frost like stone, yet my essence is resolute. In the abyss I corroborate. For my monarch with no commiseration evinced. Frost like I delineate my dominion.
Murmurs of dominion. The murmurs of dominion, they beckon my summons. A cloaked patriarch, I orchestrate it all with each pact. I appropriate the crepusculan penumbra. I appropriate the afraid. Murmurs of dominion, they navigate my vassalage. In abyss I exact the levy, a cabal monarch with no contrition. Murmurs of dominion, I'm the doer, I espy the duplicity, I perceive the anguish. But in this dominion, I'll fracture the palisade. No clemency, no interlude for respiration. Murmurs of dominion, I appropriate the profundity. Murmurs of dominion, they navigate my vassalage. In abyss I'll exact the levy, equable monarch sans contrition. A muted murmur, it invokes my summons. A cloaked patriarch,
I orchestrate it all. With each maneuver, I appropriate the bridle. In this dominion of penumbra, I barter my vein. The muted murmur, it navigates my vassalage in the abyss. I exact the levy, a couple cipher with no interlude for respiration. Murmur, I appropriate the profundity, heat. The packs are consummated, the sanguine cascades. But in my domain, I eternally impose the muted murmur. It's all I observe. In this dominion of penumbra, I harbor no exigency. The muted murmur, it navigates my vassalage in abyss. I exact the levy, a carbon monarch with no interlude for respiration. The profundity of patriarch to behold. I enact my role with a grin so sleek and avoid black soul. I appropriate what I yearn, I never console. In this dominion of penumbra, I eternally prevail. A patriarch's veil, I clasp the fetter. In the dominion of hegemony, it's mine to unveil. With each duplicity, with each melee of patriarch's veil, see, I'll echo the enactment. The pacts I strike, they're eternally askew. But I'll cast my palm, that's my entitlement. Ascend with no interlude for respiration. A patriarch to behold. I govern crepuscule veil with each melee. Oh, patriarch's veil. See, I echo the enactment. Exhalation to the abyss. The monarch of crepuscule, the cloaked patriarch, I'll appropriate the impetus. The domain fabricated the pedestal. I appropriate in this dominion of penumbra. I fabricate my legacy. The abyss. I ascend, transcendent in penumbra. I unveil no order. A cabal conflagration with the essence so audacious. The abyss, I appropriate the vein. Heat. Harvest by the radiance, I perceive the precipice. but in this dominion, and I endure unstrong. In abyss with dominion, so profound in penumbra, I exact their confinement. The abyss I ascend, transcendent in penumbra, I unveil no ardor. A cabal conflagration with a essence audacious. The abyss I appropriate the vain heat. Twilight of the soul, I perambulate solitary through desiccated thoroughfares. Reverberations of my treads, they tether my despair. Twilight encroaches, murmuring my summons. I'm ensnared in this abyss, in an interminable vassalage. Twilight of the soul, they pursue me. Each vesper I'm submerging in despondency. No radiance to recapture. Each perambulation I appropriated. The torment trails proximate. Twilight of the soul, that's my frontier. Lunar suspense vast, but emanates no ray. Just another emblem that you've eluded away. I pursue for elucidations, but they dissipate to nebula. All that's residual was abyss to brave the contortion. Twilight of the soul, they pursue me. Each vesper I'm submerging in despondency. No radiance to recapture. Each perambulation I appropriated. The torment trails proximate. Twilight of the soul, that's my frontier.
No one above me,
No one above me blues. I walk these streets, my shadow's my own. Burned every bridge till I stand alone.
master's call, no preacher's claim. I carve my path through a wall of flame. Ain't no voice that can hold my chain. I rule the dark, I ride the pain. No one above me, no king, no crown. I built my throne where the gods fall down. No prayers can bind what I decree. The only law here is set by me. No one above me, I'm the spark, the fire. I'm the storm that screams in the dead of night. They used to want fear the one on high. Now they scatter fast when I catch their eye. I ain't cold, I just don't bend. A boss don't break, don't need to mend. My heart's my own, it don't bow or bleed. I plant my truth like a rebel seed. No one above me, no king, no crown. I built my throne where the gods fall down. No prayers can bind what I decree. The only law here is set by me. No one above me, I'm the spark, the fight. I'm the storm that screams in the dead of night. No mercy lives in the code I keep. My scars run wide, my roots run deep. You wanna rise, you pay in tears. You rule in fire, you drown in fears. Look to the sky, you'll see my face. A shadow that no light can erase. I don't kneel to fate, I don't bow to time. Every step I take is a mountain climb. I stole my crown from the ash and rain, forged my name in a heart of pain. If heaven's gate won't let me through, I'll break it down with the blues I brew. No one above me, no king, no crown. I built my throne where the gods fall down. No prayers can bind what I decree. The only law here is set by me. No one above me, I'm the spark, the fight. I'm the storm that screams in the dead of night. So raise a glass to the life I chose, where the river runs and a cold wind blows. I wrote the vow, I set the flame. No one above me, I own this game. In the dark where the blues reside, I'm the king of the lonesome tide.
Silence is my witness. I don't explain, I just stare. Say nothing but still they're scared. Every word I don't say echoes louder than what they pray. Silence is my witness, every glance a sentence cold and vicious. I don't scream, I don't confess, but truth bleeds through in my stillness. They talk in circles, I move straight. They chase cloud, our own fate. No jury, no judge in this town, just my name and bodies down. Silence in my witness, silence in my witness, silence in my witness, silence in my witness. Silence in my witness, every breath of deadly business. I don't shout, I don't preach, but I touch lives out of reach. They say power speaks, that's a lie. True kings rule with no reply. If you hear me talk, you already lost. I speak in moves and pay the cost. Silence is my witness, silence is my witness. I don't beg for forgiveness, I make peace with the shadow's kiss, and let silence seal my justice.
Deal with the devil, I cut a deal with the devil tonight, you see. A dark gentleman, ready for the fight in me. The power I saw, that's all I need to know. In this world of shadows, I'm the one who takes the lead slow. A deal with the devil, I'll carve my way through the night. I'll never stray from the darkness and the sight. I might be a king with no remorse left in my soul. A deal with the devil, I stay the brutal course, taking control. I sold my soul cheap, but I gained the whole world now. In these cold shadows, I stand tall beneath the bough. The devil's laughter is the only sound I hear. A deal with the devil, I have nothing left to fear. the dark. I'll never stray, always hitting my dark mark. I'm a mafia king with no remorse left inside. To deal with the devil, I'm staying the course. I will not hide. No God in this town. The cross on the wall is covered deep in dust. The preacher left, all that's left is rust. The bell is broken, the choir doesn't sing. The church is hollow like almost everything. There's no God in this town, just men who broke down with cheap whiskey in hand and the sins they defend. I call out to heaven, but I hear no sound. Just loud silence on this ghost-ridden ground. The kids all run, the stray dogs quickly hide. The streets forget your name, swallowing you whole inside. The wind doesn't care, it just blows right through. Like every promise you once thought was true. There's no God in this town, just men who broke down with cheap whiskey in hand and the sins they defend. I call out to heaven, but I hear no sound. Just loud silence on this ghost-ridden ground. Maybe God left, maybe he finally died, or maybe he's here, but just chose to hide. Faith doesn't grow in ground poisoned and deep, and grace won't live where hope's been put to sleep. There's no God in this town, just smoke and gray ash. Dreams turn to dust, love doesn't last, it's a flash. If you find a flicker of light, boy, you better write it down, 'cause there's no God left in this town. 'Cause there's no God left in this town. The room goes quiet, the music plays, the crowd is alive and loud. But when I walk in, silence falls like a shroud. No footsteps heard, just a cold pause, respect, a redirection the wise will detect. The room goes quiet, the moment that I breathe. No need for talk, no need to see the things they weave. Every glance I cast, every look tells the whole dark story. They laugh till they catch my eye, then fear replaces the glory. I don't give orders, I simply imply the cost, and they move on standby, knowing what's been lost. The room goes quiet, that's the final cue. They know exactly the bloody work I'm gonna do. I bring the stillness like a hurricane. I come before I reshape the norm and ease the pain. It ain't just raw power that makes them yield their gold. It's the history I carry, a story still untold. I walk slow like time, wide and deep, and leave silence where the screams used to sleep. The room goes quiet, hearts beat slow and tight. Even the very air forgets how to flow with the light. That's how bosses make their claim, make their play, with silence that shouts louder than fame. Every single day, every single day. The price of silence, I pay the price with silence in my core, you see. A dark gentleman playing his heavy part for me. The world is ice, the dark night stretches long. In these heavy shadows, I always stand strong. The price of silence is dear, I hold it tight. In this world of shadows, I'm untouchable in the night. I'm a mafia king, I don't need a word to say. The price of silence is the only price I'll never pay. Every silence and symbol crack, the deals I cut, they're sealed with broken trust. But in this cold world, desire turns to dust. I stand alone, the weak light I
price of silence is a night that I own and save. The price of silence is dear, I hold it close to the chest. In this world of shadows, I pass the final test. A mafia king with no words for the weak. The price of silence is the one thing I'll never pay. I speak.
Eyes like knives, no gun needed to make you freeze and stop. One cold glance brings the toughest kings to their flop. I walk in slow, there's no need to shout and plead. You see my face and the answers come to you naturally. I got eyes like knives, they cut right through the line. I don't bluff, I don't beg, that's just not my price. Every stare I give is a loaded gun, pointed true. I don't ask for much, but silence is my mask. You think I sleep, I just wait and ask, watching the moves you make, which you calculate and plan. I got eyes like knives, slicing egos, taking the life of a man. They don't see the pain, they just see my chair, but I see through it all and I simply don't care. You can't fake what my cold eyes detect. Every word I don't speak, I collect. By the time you move, boy, it's already far too late. I already called your place, sealed your fate. I got eyes like knives, sharper than your double life. In my world, no one survives the strife unless they learn to stay. Eyes like knives are everywhere.
Under the moonlight, under the moonlight, I take my stand. You see, a dark gentleman with raw power in his hand, just for me. In the quiet night, when the world is fast asleep, I take my throne from the promises they couldn't keep. Under the moonlight, I rule the filthy streets. With every step, I claim the pulse, I take the beat.
take the pulse and the beats. A king with no mercy, no remorse inside. Under the moonlight, I'm the eternal force of the night.
Bound tight, got haze in my lungs, can't seize a respiration. Racing with a harvester, waltzing with doom. Each stride I claim feels taut on the filament. Each motion I enact merely stokes the blaze. No clemency, no liberation, merely a ponderous palm dragging me to genuflect. I'm bound tight, bound aloft in your chill domain, where the barriers constrict and the eve ain't comely. Got a fed around my thorax and a dagger in my rear. No path ahead and I can't be a real word. Catch a locomotive well down the oxidized rail, but the gleam at the brink ain't ever glancing real. Got the crimson in my maw, got the mire in my fangs. Every entreaty I uttered merely sank below. No atonement, no deliverance, merely the resonance of a firearm in a deceased mortal's heart. I'm bound tight in the stranglehold domain, where the barriers constrict and the eaves ain't comely. Got a fed around my thorax and a blade ahead, and I can't be a real word. Oh, the ether thins, the gleams jar dim. Each umbra specter I already kenned. Can't respire, can't wail, but I still won't tumble. I'll char this enclosure, I'll sear it all. Stranglehold, chill domain, dragging me beneath. Can't slay the blaze, can't submerge a resonance or hemorrhage. I'll creep, but I won't shatter. I'll rend these lanes till they strangle me out. Ember, ember, 16 blazing Luna. Got a weld in my thorax, clatter in the enclosure. A blaze in my cranium, set the surge with fury. Each stride I claim quakes the fractured soil. Got a blazing Luna ascending, catch the primal resonance. No remedy, no respite. Got the fiend thumping core in my breathless thorax. Blazing Luna charge, crimson gleam the eve. With a pharaoh can't quench me low, can't bind me taut. I'm blaze ascending in the deceased sweat beads ponderous. Hard like a cadence, I was wrought for the blaze. And my spanners don't know martyr, no affection. No mortal can clash. I'm a blazing lunar radiance, set the firmament ablaze. Each respiration, each amended summons to fray. I'm the tempest in the conduits, I'm the boundless veil. Vile Luna charring aloft, crimson gleam the evil trail. Can't quench me low, can't fetter me taut. I'm blaze ascending in the deceased of Eve. The wolves commence wailing, the stream runs a red. If you bar my path, better bid adieu. Haul me aloft and still seal my title on a slab. In the realm I decree, I was wrought in blaze. I was nurtured on fray, I'm forever ascending till the veil's terminus, ember, ember.
Pharaoh sermonizer, scattering grit on a sable-paved trail. Heels way dance with the burden I bear. Fiend in my pouch, blaze in my conduits. I was wrought for the rumble, wrought for the fetters. I ain't no cleric, I ain't no martyr. I'm the vice on your lips and the spill in your sluice. So kindle that taper, watch it kiss the soil. Catch the barrier quake as I draw nigh. I'm a feral sermonizer, I utter no timber, but I ram this domain asunder just to char it low. Got a viper sneer and a void course throb. I'm the haze in the ether and the blaze in the pave. Don't try my sport, don't invoke my title. I'm the lupine in the veil, I scorn no fray. I ain't no redeemer, I ain't no lord. I'm the timber in the void and a malediction that croons. So kindle that taper, watch it kiss the soil. Catch a barrier quake as I draw nigh. Asunder just to char it low. Yeah, the blaze is a sand unyielding, no clemency in the resonance. If you bar my path, I'll haul you beneath. So ignite that cord, let the rumble resound. When the haze dissipates, I won't be traced. I'm a base transgressor in a realm sans edict, and I arrive this eve just to char it low. Charged out down, heels on the slick stones, haze in the pour, going on the slab, crimson in the conduit. Got a chill outlaw murmur concealed neath my mantle. Each phrase I utter rains, not a gullet. I ain't no martyr, I don't genuflect, don't beseech. I forge my edicts and I seize my due. I bear a charged diadem in a realm song's decree. Each arbor verse, slow as I draw nigh. Got blazing my grass, won't relinquish it low. I command these lanes with a charged diadem. Bourbon on my respiration, packed on the brink. Betray me once and your span expires. Got a fiend sneer and a blade's keen brink. I tread this span on a brigand's vow. No redeemer, no sacred mortal. I seize what I crave, cause I cannot prevail. I bear a solitary diadem in a realm sans decree. Each arbor vert, slow as I draw nigh. Got blaze in my grasp, won't relinquish it low. I command these lanes with a charged diadem.
Catch the pistol croon, let the chapel chime toll. The Lord sends clemency, a core of chill. If you're bearing my path, better yield aside, 'cause a diadem on my crown bears a projectile within. So to Kent that drop, let the leaves tumble low. Another essence interred in the forsaken Lord's diadem. I'm a transgressor, I'm a commander. I don't yield, don't submerge. I'll perish on my seat with a charged diadem.
Darkness unfolds, the veil parts like smoke from a dying man's side. Cradled in palms that have long said goodbye. A phantom in twilight, I stake my grim claim. With iron resolve and a flickering flame, I harness the void, let it swallow the sun. In caverns of night where no walls are won, to ascend as a ruler from garden domains. Through tempests of fate breaking free from the chains. Realms swell like rivers and flood after rain. Avenues echo with my unyielding reign. And no pause in the fury, no haven for flight. The obscurity calls and I answer its bite. I grip the unseen threads that by night to day, weaving a tapestry where shadows hold sway. No faltering stride through the labyrinth's heart. An empire awakens, tearing worlds apart. Curtain descends, heavy with ancient spite. I'm molded to armor, unyielding to light. In whispers of thunder, my legacy waits. No mercy for dawn, only endless black lakes.
Heat crowns the moment, the ledger now closed. The levy exacted in twilight's repose. No pang of sorrow in this spectral chord. I helm the charge
verdict shore. Yet perils loom large in this labyrinth's core. I query not motive, just settle the score. With each calculated stride, the trophy I see, final accord, unyielding, no plea. The compact's enshrined, the contest complete. Yet onward I press, on relentless feet. None bar my passage, none pierce the guise. Final accord claims under stormy skies. The perils loom large in this labyrinth's core. I query not motive, just settle the score. With each calculated stride, the trophy I see. Chambers hush, but momentum drives on in the gathering rush. Veils part slowly, revealing the prize, and finals unbreaking, the spirit flies. Heat seals a chapter, yet pages unfold. No barrier stands in the tale retold. Final accord grips through tempest and trial. Her cloak commander after mile. The contest renews in the shroud's quiet art. This spectral odyssey, straight from the heart. No halt to the march, no veil to the wind. Final accord echoes within.
Wieczorata blują sinzi gitar. Vokal ki uzlu ve baştan çıkarıcı yalan temalı. Heat veils the actor in this grim tableau. A grin like polished obsidian, heart black as you. I plunder desires, yield not an inch. In twilight's dominion, my reach doesn't flinch. Veiled charity unlocks the vault of might. In authority's forge, all gleams in my sight. Through fabrications weave through stratagems, art. Veiled charity persists, a constant heart. The compacts I weave, mere illusions spun. Yet I lay my cards till the final run. Fars mercies flicker in the gloom's tight hold. Veiled sure governs the nocturnal fold. Illusion scepter clutched in my palm, and authority's forged. The realm stays calm through fabrications weave through stratagems art picture they persist constant heart. The mirror cracks soft in the candle's dim glow, but the role I embody refuses to go. Lies layer like frost on a winter's eve. In veiled cunning I still believe fuels the pretense through ruse after ruse. Veiled shaded binds, no chance to refuse it. Syndicate illusionist twilight's own kin. In this shadow ballet I always begin. The curtain descends but the play never ends. Fabrics of falsehood where the true self bends. No fracture in poise, no slip in the guise. Veiled charade eternal under midnight skies. Mm-hmm.